So some people might call this a whip and chat. I'm calling it attempting progress. Today I am working on a mini diamond painting, as you can see, and seeing how much progress actually happens today. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Unfinished Projects Club. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jen. This channel is all about unfinished projects, rotating hobbies, and doing what we can when we can. No pressure to be productive. So grab your project, your drink, or just listen along. So, how's everyone doing? I am taking a quick escape, aka break from work, to film this whip and chat. What I am working on today is one of the autumn minis from my autumn Pretty Little Gem set. Let me grab a little card from that. The autumn set from Pretty Little Gem, like I said. What I am using, I have a small little tiny tray here because it's cute. I believe it was a freebie from Bella Art Day Nicole. It's Friends themed. And I am a sucker for Friends. Just putting out that out there for future reference. I am using a Diamond Art Club pen. I believe this came in last year's, not this past year's, but the year before, advent calendar. So it has one of their screw tip threaded single placers in here with a glue dot. Probably have too much glue dot in there. And then I have a Diamond Art Club multi-placer in this end. It's also threaded. And the putty I'm using today is another Black Dahlia Diamond Art. This is from their winter collection. This is called Whispering Spruce. And OMG, it smells phenomenal. I love anything that smells like Christmas tree, even if it's not Christmas. So that is what I'm using today. So we'll see how far we get on this little guy. I think he's supposed to be a hedgehog. If I'm wrong, please let me know because I honestly am not sure. I don't have my reader magnifiers on today, so no promises that I am not going to completely mess up because I'm trying not to stick my head in the shot too. So this is my first time using Pretty Little Gem. And I mean, granted, I have placed what, like maybe a couple dozen drills. So far, so good. It's nice and sticky. The drills look really nice. The grid field seems good. Again, so far. I mean, so yeah, no complaints at the moment. Hello. So let's see if I can get fancy here. Oh, I didn't do it, y'all. I'm trying to learn how to do it. How to place multiple single placed drills with my multi-placer. I apparently need hands-on lessons. But anyway, so it's another week here in the Unfinished Project Club, I can speak, house. We are all good here. It is finally starting to warm up a bit. Like some of the snow might actually melt. It'll be amazing. I mean, it's been hanging around here for weeks now. All right, let's see. Since I have this row out, is any of these? Nope, nope, and no. Oh, R. Look at that. I can see. Y'all, it's a day. It's a day. So I start my data analytics boot camp tomorrow. Wish me luck. I'm kind of nervous because I'm starting to wonder if you can, in fact, teach an old dog new tricks. We'll find out. Oh, this is a pretty green. Stay, stay. There we go. So why am I working on this particular canvas today? Well, one of my WIP goals for February is to do 3 mini canvases. And this happens to be the set I've kitted up. I know you probably recently saw me do an 80s mini dazzle kit up. That is actually for next month's Mini Madness diamond painting event. I kept calling it Mini Mania in the video, so I'm going to apologize right now because it's Mini Madness, like as in March Madness. Duh. So yeah, I'm clarifying my mistake right now. But yeah, those are for that. This is just because I like to have minis kitted up and, you know, at the ready in case I want to do some. And WIPGO told me to do some. Let's see if I can do it. Ooh, ooh, y'all. I did it. Yes, I'm in a mood today. Sorry. I have no plans on what to talk about today, so it is whatever comes into mind. Lucky you. Yeah, we're all good here. Like I said, I start my boot camp tomorrow for work, so that's exciting. Something a little different to do. I think that's it for this one. It'll be interesting to see how well I can pick up on some new stuff. The thing I'm most nervous about is one of the things I have to learn is like a coding language. I have only done coding once in my life when I was like a freshman in college. Ooh, sorry. When I was like a freshman in college, and that was like basic coding. Literally, it's basic language. I don't even know if they use that still because this was like forever ago, and I'm throwing drills everywhere. Oh, it's gonna be one of those whips and chats, folks. One of those whips and chats. This is S. Yeah. But yeah, and again, I was like 18. I mean, I'm not 18 anymore and haven't attempted to learn anything really horrendously difficult in a long time. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I have to be confident, right? I want to, you know, maybe have the opportunity to move around some at work. So I need to increase my skill set. So here we go. Take advantage of it. Learn some stuff, make some, do some networking with folks from other departments. Schmooze. I'm not good at schmoozing, can't you tell? So yeah, we'll see what happens, right? We will see what happens. another trainer, not from my team, but another trainer in my department is also taking this class with me. So I suppose if I get really confused, I can always like be like, all right, chances are this person's younger than me and smarter than me. Be like, ask them for help. I don't know. I was doing some of the pre-work for this class and it was just like, all right, some of the stuff, I don't get it. I mean, then again, it's like new to me, so I maybe need some time with it. But I can do it, right? I can. I can do it. Gotta have some confidence. I accidentally hung on to green drill, so I'm going to put him back. All right. N and T. We do have T. Look at, we have lots of T. Hey. So what's everyone up to this week? What projects are we working on? So I will be working on these mini canvases personally. I also am still working on Tink. I have not completed my WIP goal for her yet. She's taking a little longer than I expected. I've had some migraine days, so I haven't gotten as much diamond painting done as I would like. So hopefully those will clear up. I think it has something to do with the weather. At least that's what I'm hoping. I've been on this medicine for the past several months that has like been a miracle for me when it comes to my migraines. And I'm really hoping that it's not just like my body adjusting to this medicine and it's not working as well. So I'm, like I said, hoping it's the weather. Because I don't want this medicine to stop working. It's been a wonderful few months of almost no migraine. So anybody that has migraines, I'm sure you can commiserate and you can appreciate the please let's this medicine not stop working. But yeah. Oh, that was really not placed well. What am I doing here? I think anyways. Yep, we still have the stepkids here. They still have not gone back to their mothers. Apparently, her driveway is still covered in ice, so they haven't made the attempt, or she doesn't want them to make the attempt to get up there. So it's been a little busier around here, which is fine. Right now, I know one's at work. The other one, I think, went to her boyfriend's house. So most of her college classes are virtual. So she might have even gone there to do some work. I don't know about the boyfriend, though, if his are all virtual as well or what. I don't know if I would enjoy that. I know she does, because in her words, she doesn't have to deal with people then. But to be honest with you, I mean, I've done online classes. When I got my master's degree, it was all online. And it's not necessarily easier, you know? I mean, you've got to be very disciplined to keep up with everything. And then I just feel like it's almost more work because they need to make sure you're actually doing said work. So you'll look a little bit more to do to justify it. I mean, that just might be my opinion, but take it for what it's worth. Ooh, that's not straight at all. Yeah, my glue dot is too sticky. It's kind of newish. But so yeah, I know she enjoys it, but I don't know if is better, you know? But whatever. Yes, we have exciting, to-dos between all of that and, my boot camp starting tomorrow. My husband is having an interview for an internal position at work today. It's the most nervous I've seen him in a little while, to be honest with you. He keeps saying if he gets it, he gets it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But I don't know, the way he's been acting, I think he wants this position a little bit more than he's letting on. Which makes sense. He's been at his job for quite some time and he deserves, recognition, the opportunity to advance. Sometimes I think they like to keep him where he's at because he's a really good worker and he's consistently getting awards and stuff at work for his work. I mean, and he is in a leadership position, but he could be more. He really could be. And so you know how it is. Sometimes you think, well, maybe they're keeping people where they're at because they know they're going to continue to get that same amount of work out of them. Whereas if they move up, they're not doing the drudge work anymore. I mean, but he'd be good at leading other people. So that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm biased. So the printer debacle is not completely fixed yet. I believe the new printer is supposed to be coming today. So at some point, I'm going to have to devote some time to getting that set up and cleaned up. And hopefully figuring out how it works and all that, because I still need to film that first Stitches to Sparkle video. I'm just checking to see if I have any more teas. I think that was it. So far, I'm really liking the drill quality. Just gonna say that so far. Pretty Little Gem has nice drill quality. So far, so good. G. G's yellow? Okay. Come on. There we go. No, but yeah, I have not, craft-wise, beyond working with Tink and pulling this out, gotten too much done. Like I said, migraines were numerous this past weekend. I'm hoping I have a better week in that sense because I, have goals. I want to do more than just sitting around because my head hurts. That's not cool. I am also reporting back on, I still am liking this putty from Black Dahlia. I don't feel it sticks to the canvas as much as other putties I've used. So I'm going to continue trying it out on different canvases. Ooh, I almost made a big mess. You just watched that happen, didn't you? That's been like the dream, finding a putty that doesn't stick to the canvas. It's one of my pet peeves because then I can't get it off and then I get mad that there's putty on my canvas. So yeah, this is going to go into my pile of favorite brands at the moment. I'm waiting for her February drop. She's a little late this month, but I really liked the scents I got in her January drop, so I might order some from February. I'm such a sucker for things like that. I am a subscription, for lack of a better word, I'm a subscription whore. I know it's totally not kid appropriate, sorry. No, if I can have everything in the set, I want it. I'm terrible like that. That's why I am a sucker for subscriptions, or like, ooh, this new whatever of the month came out. I'm terrible. Or I have to have everything in the set. I'm sure some of you know what I mean. I can't be the only one like this. I don't know if it's like an OCD thing or I just want all the things thing. It's probably an I want all the things thing, because that is one of my worst qualities, is that I need to have all the things. Sorry, I'm just adjusting. He was getting a little wrinkled, and I'm done with this top part, so I can move him up a little bit more. Let me make sure we are still in frame. Look at that, we are. So what's everyone been up to besides crafts? I'm not going to start a thing here, but did anyone watch the Super Bowl? That's all I'm going to ask about, the actual game itself. The rest of it, I don't care what you do. No offense, but I'm not getting into that. I did not watch the Super Bowl. I was raised in a football-loving house, but I have not sat and watched football just for funsies in a very long time. Part of it does have to do with the fact that we really just don't have TV anymore. You know, gone are the days that you could just sit and watch something on TV and not have to figure out what streaming service you have to have in order to watch something. Which is another, like, a reason why I haven't really watched the Olympics either. I don't know what streaming service I need to be able to watch it. And I just don't feel like taking the time to figure that out. Does anybody else get frustrated with that? Or is it just me? Like, I grew up in Western New York. We have hockey up there, and I love my Buffalo Sabres, but I can't watch hockey where I'm at right now because I don't have TV and I don't know how to watch the Sabres. With, like, what do I need to do to be able to watch a Sabres game? Is there like a special channel I need to have or a special website I need to subscribe to? I don't know these things. It's terrible. I probably should know these things, but I don't. So yeah, didn't watch the Super Bowl. I'm not a fan of either team anyways. I mean, it's not like I dislike them, either one of them, but I'm a Chicago Bears fan. Yes, I know the Chicago Bears suck. That's why I'm not a bandwagon fan. I was, oh gosh, 9 or 10 years old when they won their big 85 Super Bowl. And that secured my love for the Chicago Bears. And I've been a Bears fan ever since. So, yep, I know they suck. I know that was probably the last really good team they had. They were in a Super Bowl when my older son was a baby. That was a while ago, but they were in the Super Bowl that year. I seem to remember this. But yeah, they were in the playoffs this year, though. Apparently, they had a good chance. They just couldn't quite hash it out. But yeah, I really could care less either way about the Patriots or Seahawks. I do have a friend that lives in Boston, so I think she has to be a Patriots fan. I think it's the law there. But other than that, I really don't know anybody that is cares either way about either team. So I couldn't even, like, just didn't even care about who won, just, for like, oh, I'll cheer for them for this person. Yeah, no. It's funny because in my house, okay, so we grew up in Western New York. Now my sister is a Buffalo Bills fan, but growing up, I don't think she really cared. I have a tabby. But no one in my house was Bills fans. My dad was always a Cleveland Browns fan. I think what I remember somebody telling me once, it was because when he was a kid and liked football, there was no Buffalo Bills. Because, I think the Buffalo Bills were brought into the league at some point in the 60s. So when he was like a kid, Cleveland Browns was the closest team to them. So he was a Browns fan. My mom was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, or is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. My brother is a Packers fan. Oh, don't ask me. He thinks he's funny because I guess one of the playoff games this year, it was the Bears and the Packers, and I know that's a big rivalry. And he messages me in the middle of the game. Apparently at this point, the Packers were winning. And he was like, so you watching the game? And I'm like, no, I forgot it was on and watching a movie or whatever we were doing. I'm like, why? The Packers winning? Surprise, surprise. And he's like, oh yeah, they're killing them and whatever the score was. I'm like, no shock there. You know, I really didn't think anything of it beyond that. Well, the Bears ended up winning that game. My husband, as I'm falling asleep that night, he's like, oh, the Bears won. I'm like, oh, really? And then I completely forgot about that conversation until like midway through the next day. It hit me. I'm like, oh, wait, I remember this conversation falling asleep. So I just text my brother. I'm like, so how'd that game go? That's all I really said. I was like, yeah, so how you doing there? He's like, yeah. Like, the wins are few, but I'll take them where I can get them. Of course, then the very next week, the Bears lost and they were out of the playoffs. So, you know, that's what I get. Karma, right? But, yeah. My dad always loved watching football. I think that's one reason. One of the reasons why I kind of just don't, you know, it doesn't. I really don't care as much anymore. My husband is a huge Miami Dolphins fan. One of the first times I went to his house after we first met, I get there and we were going to watch a movie, so I go to the man cave, and Miami Dolphins paraphernalia plastered everywhere, like helmets and posters and this and that. I'm like, oh, dear me, you are a Dolphins fan. He doesn't have all that stuff up at this house. I don't know why. Just never put it up. Keep telling him he should. I don't care. He really hasn't been into watching football much these past few years either, so I don't know what it is with us. We got boring. It's kind of sad. Another thing I haven't been watching, which I'm always gung-ho for, is the Olympics. I grew up loving the Olympics, especially the Winter Olympics. And watching the opening ceremonies. That was always like my thing. I had to watch the opening ceremonies, and I didn't. And again, I think it has partially something to do with the fact that you can't just like sit down and turn on the TV and watch it anymore. Like, I think my mom said something about it being on Peacock, but I don't even know if I have Peacock. This is why my son calls me a boomer. Because I sound like I'm 90 years old here, trying to figure out whether or not I have a streaming service or I can watch something. And I'm throwing drills. I have too much putty in my pen. 1 second, y'all. There, hopefully that's a little bit better. It was getting a little sticky. But, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Oh, y'all. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, now I don't have enough putty over there. Look at that. Moved a little bit too much out of that spot. And All right, I think we got the putty situation squared away. Sorry, it smells really good. I like this scent, Black Dahlia. What is this again? Whispering Spruce. It reminds me of my Christmas tree scented soap I made once upon a time. Maybe you use the same fragrance oil. So, good job on the putty. Like I said before, I'm a sucker for a good Christmas tree scent. Hey, this little guy's coming along. I'm just flinging drills at myself every which way today. Y'all can't take me anywhere. So yeah, plans for the week, crafting wise, working on these minis, getting some more done on Tink. For the channel, if I can get this printer situation figured out, I will do my next Stitches to Sparkle video. A printer is an essential component to this. I need to be able to print the pattern onto the film. So, crossing fingers, this new printer doesn't give me a headache. So that we can do page 1 prep, right? And maybe even diamond paint a little bit of page 1. Wouldn't that be phenomenal? I also need to work on my cross stitch. Gotta get that letter I fairy done. Just, I don't know why I'm so slow with it. I'm so behind on it. I have to get it done for one thing because, you know, it's overdue. And second of all, I have to prove my stepdaughter wrong. She saw me working on it the one day. She's like, yeah, you're never going to finish it. I'm like, yes, I am. I finished everyone else's. I'm going to finish yours. Need some words of encouragement. This weekend is Valentine's Day. So I will be getting a massage from my husband. Very excited. I desperately need it. My neck. I mentioned in a video previously, I have a terrible neck, and I do. I got like degenerative stuff going on in there, and it's just been terrible the past few days. Maybe that's why I've been having headaches. Yeah, look at that. So yeah, I am very much looking forward to this massage. I'd let her spend the whole time on my neck if she could, but I know that's not how it works. Throwing drills everywhere again. Got some J's here. I like this tray. A little small, but it's nice. For something like this, it's perfect. You don't need a big tray for a mini. The drills line up quite nicely in it. I believe this is an older version of their tray. I couldn't tell you which one, but like I said, it was like a freebie with the purchase of canvases. So I think it's an older version of their trays. But yeah. Sorry about my arm being in the way. So, y'all, I have a confession to make. In typical Unfinished Projects Club fashion, I have recently become a little fixated, imagine that, on another craft. I've been watching people color in these mystery color by number Disney books with acrylic markers, and I really want to try it. Last thing I need another craft, like another hole in the head, right? But, you know, that's why we're the Unfinished Projects Club, because I can't stay focused on anything long enough to finish it. So anybody at all interested in seeing these coloring books? Drop me a comment below if you are. Feed the monster, y'all. Feed the monster. Because I've been researching and everything. Watching YouTube videos on it. Figuring out the best markers. Best prices for these markers. Because, you know, you need like a whole bunch of them. Right? You need all the colors. And again, you want good quality ones because, you know, because why not? Don't worry, it's not going to replace, you know, cross-stitching or diamond painting. But it just might be a little something for me to, like I said, it's a little something for me to obsess about. As I throw my pen and throw putty at myself too. I'm a hot mess today, people. I don't know what my problem is. I'm a little bit livelier today than normal, aren't I? Oh, that one's got a tab. Ah! Putty got a little sticky there too. Oh. Sorry. Sorry for my reach. Nope, that's tabby too. There we go. So I've been quietly redesigning thumbnails. You'll have to let me know what you think, if you've even noticed. Adding my likeness to them. My little character. I know I don't do, you know, face forward videos very often. I don't think I've done a long one at all. Done a couple shorts face forward, but still, my little character is the face of the Unfinished Projects Club. Gotta get one with a llama up in here too, right? Cute. Coming together. Okay. So does anybody have any other hobbies besides diamond painting or whatever craft it is that you prefer? Has anybody here found me via other crafts than diamond painting? It seems like a lot of you are. Oh, I missed a couple J's. It seems like a lot of you are diamond painters. Not too many people are into other crafts. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Ooh. Get down there. There we go. Wow, this is just turning into a fiasco. All right, how long have I been talking y'all's ear off for? Yep, we are coming up on the 45-minute mark. So I think we're gonna cut it here. I know I don't have too much more to go on this little guy. I'll post a picture of him when I get him done. Oh, I have a drill popping up. There we go. So, thanks for joining me. We have attempted some progress. We've made a little bit of progress. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you all next time for another attempt at some progress. If you enjoy these low pressure craft sessions, please feel free to stick around, hit subscribe. Love to see you in the next one. I'll see you then. Bye.